South Hill Park Arts Centre will disappear without your support. Help us raise £500,000 and save Bracknell's much-loved arts centre. Please, donate today. southhillpark.org.uk/donate.
Hello there, Alan Charlotte here, reporting from lockdown. I am drummer and founding member of the Hoosiers, Bracknell-based. South Hill Park was part of my heritage. So, just saying to all of you at South Hill Park, keep music alive. It's just so important that we do that, and it's difficult. It's not the best time for anyone trying to do anything creative at the minute, but South Hill Park are doing their best to keep music alive, which we need. Well, we just want to see gigs, don't we? I do. Take care of yourselves. Speak soon. Bye.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft, but then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really got him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand, because the next year the cap went on and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a tootly and a toot. He blows an eight to the bar. He can't blow a note if the basic guitar playing with him. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was some boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he played boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a bee. And when he played, he made the company jump me to the bar. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He blows an eight to the bar. He can't blow a note unless the basic guitar playing with him. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Every night and wakes them up the same way in the early light. They clap their hands and stamp their feet because they know how he plays. When someone gives him the beat, he really breaks it up when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. Oh, he's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. dream that I can speak to, a dream that I can call my own, and I've found a thrill to press my cheek to, a thrill that I have never known. You smiled, oh, and then that spell's cast. Here we are in heaven, for you were mine at last, for you were
I'm Helen Muggeridge. I go by the name Helen the Vintage Singer, and that is because I sing vintage songs. I sing songs from the 40s and the 50s, sometimes through to the 60s, and I've just always loved vintage music. My influences, I would say, are the Andrews sisters. They're a group of sisters that used to sing in the wartime, and they just had like real close harmonies and just really beautiful wartime songs. So they're a huge influence. Etta James, I love Little Richard, who sadly passed away last month, but his songs are just such high energy. So I mainly do covers. I sing kind of at vintage fairs and in vintage shops and shop windows and such, but I do write my own songs as well. I just not many people get to hear them. It always starts with lyrics. For me, a song is kind of the most important part of a song are the lyrics, because that's what you hear first, that's what really moves you. And as a singer, you know, I don't play an instrument, so as a singer, the words to a song are kind of like my instrument, and that's how you tell the story of a song. So for me, when I start to write a song, it has to be about something that I'm going through or something that I'm feeling. So it always kind of starts with poetry for me, and I don't have a tune or anything in my head. I just kind of write words and write feelings and then try and put them to a melody. But it definitely starts with the words for me, because I think the words are just the most important part of the song. At the beginning of lockdown, all of my gigs were cancelled for the foreseeable future, and it was just kind of a really scary time to look ahead. And then I saw people were kind of doing gigs from their bedrooms and gigs from their living rooms, so I started to do the same. So I set up my little bedroom here, which is my now my stage, and I started to just kind of live stream on Facebook and in different Facebook groups, and a few people noticed what I was doing and then invited me into other Facebook groups to sing to. And there was one night that I was singing in this Facebook group that was kind of about music in lockdown, and I think about a couple of thousand people tuned in while I was singing, and it was just so overwhelming to see all the comments and stuff coming up. And I probably haven't sung to an audience that big before, so to be able to reach all these people from my bedroom is kind of the upside of lockdown. I've written a few songs about lockdown, but they're a bit depressing, so I haven't shared them. I usually sing around Wokingham, so I sing in a shop in Wokingham, and I sing in like the town fairs and stuff, in Reading Town Hall. I've sang at Southhill Park a few times. I'd love to get back there again. I actually used to live just over the park, so our garden was like Southhill Park basically, so we used to go over there most evenings and listen to live music, and I sometimes sang up there. So, well, my husband is actually in quite a cool band. They're called Kodiak Island. They are kind of like psychedelic folk, I think they call themselves. They kind of play locally around Reading, Camberley as well. I know it's a cringy line, but music is therapy, and at this time people's mental health is fragile, people are feeling isolated, people are feeling trapped at home, and I really believe that music is therapy. So the fact that the venues are also losing out on, you know, where they would be putting on events and stuff, you know, everyone's losing out. So that if the venues can kind of capitalise and do stuff like this, like live streaming, and get the artists and get the singers and the musicians streaming into people's living rooms, it just does something to brighten someone's day. I know people that have been having a bad day and then they've come across someone's live stream on Facebook and it's just cheered them up, and they've had a little dance in their kitchen on their own, and it's just really simple things like that that I think go such a long way to brighten people's day, and especially at this time we definitely need that. Thank you so much, South Hill Park. Thank you for listening to me and for sharing my video. So thank you, lovely to speak with you.